Hey guys, welcome back to Coin Knowledge. So today I want to focus on a gaming project that is building on Telegram, on Ton, because we've actually covered this project in the past, uh, you know, throughout the last year, and now I want to circle back to it since everyone seems to be talking about Ton. Ton, Telegram's blockchain here. It's been performing very well this year. And I think with the success of Notcoin that has recently came out, going over $1 billion in circulating market cap for gaming projects that are building on Ton, I think that we have to circle back to one again that we have talked about. Now, why I'm bullish on stuff that's building on Ton? Well, if you look over the 1 year, obviously over the 1 month, it's been pretty stable. Over the 1 year, Ton's up over a 4x, up 420%. And we saw that Ton was pretty, it was steadily going up, but pretty stagnant as far as, with the rest of the market moving. And then this summer, really, Ton has been blowing up. And it makes sense, right? Because Telegram is one of the most used places in crypto, alongside X or Twitter. And Telegram already has a lot of users anyways. So it just makes a lot of sense. And we've actually seen Ton work its way up to, I believe, being number 10 as far as the overall markets. It's the top 10 altcoin now. Pretty insane. I mean, there's people out there that are calling for Ton to reach $60 billion in market cap this cycle. Now, I do think Ton will do well, but I don't think the big gains are going to be in Ton itself. I do see Ton performing pretty well from here, maybe doing a 3 to 5x maybe, and maybe that's conservative, but it is a top 10 coin already, so that is what it is, in my opinion. Obviously, nothing I say is financial advice, just giving you guys my opinion here. But the project that I want to circle back to is GAMEE. Again, we've talked about GAMEE in the past, actually, and if you were in my Patreon at the time, we actually put out a buy alert on GAMEE. Right here, there was a hack, or not a hack, but one of the dev wallets had been compromised, and we saw GAMEE go from about a 17 or about like almost like a $20 billion market cap at that time, and then it immediately dropped to, I believe it even wicked as far down as, I want to say, like $5 million. I mean, this thing wicked down hard as far as market cap goes. So we had bought right here because sometimes in a quality project, if there is some kind of hack or FUD going on, they could present good opportunities. And then obviously GAMEE recovered, and then the rest has been history. But again, that's just shining the past a little bit. Now, why I'm bullish on GAMEE, if you have not watched any of my other videos on GAMEE, we'll go over the website a little bit here. We'll just go over the website. So, connecting gamers, brands, and Web3 projects through the arcade of the blockchain. So, you can see here the different partnerships they have: Polygon, Binance, Sandbox, NASA, Aminoca Brands. This is actually, I believe, parented by Aminoca Brands, which is obviously the biggest VC in the gaming sector within crypto. Very, a very big name. Obviously, people look at investors, backers, partnerships, and Animoca Brands is one that you definitely always hear about. And they have their Mocha token here coming up soon this year, which I think could also bring more potential eyes on some of their investments or projects that they either own or are involved with. And with GAMEE being one of them that they're backed by, I think it makes a lot of sense here, especially when we go to their Twitter. Again, they showcase it again, backed by Binance Labs, owned by Aminoca Brands, 80 million plus users, 10 billion plus gameplays, 2.5 million daily active users. You can start to see that the stats really do line up, and I've said it multiple times. My stance hasn't changed, will not change. I think that mobile gaming is going to be super hot this cycle. We've seen a lot of quality shooters, AAA or AA kind of games in the crypto space launch, but maybe not take as much, rapid, I guess, growth that we've expected. That is because I think, one, gaming obviously hasn't been in the spotlight this year. We've seen stuff like RWA, AI, meme coins kind of all play out. Sorry. And I think that it's just so much easier to, attract mobile gamers. Everyone has a phone. Not everyone has a console or PC, which is another reason I think that mobile gaming is huge. I mean, stuff like Telegram with Ton is already proving it. The amount of users that they have on Telegram is huge. Mainly it's a mobile app, but yes, there is desktop versions, but again, I digress. But if we take a look further down the website, we're not going to do as much of a deep dive. Their white paper and everything, we've done that on other videos. You can find it on the channel. But if we look at GAMEE Telegram, They say that they're the largest Telegram gaming platform. And again, if you remember, Toncoin is Telegram's blockchain, and they've been performing well. So, in lieu of that, I think the Ton ecosystem definitely has a lot of room for growth this cycle. Because Toncoin has been doing very well, I think the liquidity will start shifting further down into its ecosystem. And with Ton doing well and gaming to be one of the hottest narratives I expect to do well this cycle, it only makes sense as a natural combination there that the largest Telegram gaming platform will pump potentially this cycle alongside Ton and gaming as a whole narrative. But again, we took a look at all those numbers. They say they have about 60 games, and I think that's more than that, I believe, at this point. And the beauty is that you can play gaming on Telegram. They do have their app, the Arcade Beast app, but I believe you can play, obviously, the project or the platform in Telegram as well, right in the app. If we take a look at their downloads for the Arcade Beast win cash prizes, this is obviously GAMEE. They have 1 million plus downloads right now. You can kind of see what the app looks like. This is just on the Google Play Store. This is not involving the iOS or the Apple Store, just the Google Play Store. So obviously, again, very impressive numbers there. They have a lot of partnerships, 7K passes sold. You're starting to get the reason why I can, somebody, myself included, would be bullish on GAMEE because, again, just so much stuff is going on in this ecosystem. Obviously, they have Sandbox, Polygon, Mocha or Mochaverse, which is coming out here soon with their Animoca's essentially token. So 30 plus partners, cooperating brands, pretty big brands that you don't see every day. Again, like NASA, Manchester City, Guinness World Records, Atari, and then obviously Sandbox, which was one of the biggest projects in the gaming sector, top metaverse project of the last cycle, and even today still holds a pretty impressive market cap as far as evaluations go. And I think the Sandbox isn't going anywhere. So again, that is a brand or a partnership worth mentioning. And if we take a look, they are on some decent exchanges, which we'll cover here in a little bit. But over 9 billion gameplays, 75 plus million users, 2.7 million wallets made, and they're not stopping here. Obviously, they have their whole roadmap that you can hit right here on their website. We're not going to go through all that because you can get on their website and do your own research. I encourage you to do so if this project looks, appealing to you. But again, always the disclaimer has to be made. Nothing I say is financial advice. Just giving you guys my opinion and kind of my theory of how I look at some of these projects and why I feel bullish or bearish on the ones that we cover here. But look at the advisors. We have Yatsu, which I didn't mean to pronounce or say out loud because I'm fully aware that I may have mispronounced his name, and I'm sorry about that. But chairman of the board, Aminoka Brands, co-founder and COO of the Sandbox, and then Giwa as well. Obviously, Robbie Young, Animoca Brands, CEO, so good advisors. Founders as well. They're all right here. Docs, you can find them. And that's kind of the majority of the website. Now, if we look at their Twitter here, again, another thing is that they did just recently announce that 32% of the circulating supply is currently locked up in staking to earn watt points. Now, if we click on the link here on their Twitter, you can see that obviously a lot of stuff right now I think is getting shifted towards farming for the Mocha, obviously getting your watt points. So that's where a lot of attention is going on. But when we look back at GAMEE, over the 1 month, they've done exceptionally well in let's be real here, a poor market conditions as of late. They're up 30% over the 1 month, where most gaming projects are down 60 to 50%, and that's conservative for strong ones. A lot of projects are down over the 1 month, where GAMEE is actually up 30%, which is an insane stat, and that's where they stand right now. Obviously, where they peaked out about over 4 cents, this project would have been up way more than that, maybe 50% or so, something around there. Probably about 50%, or yeah, something like that. But or maybe 100% up on the 1 month. Pretty insane. When we look at where they're at, Ethereum, BNB, and obviously Ton, which is why I really like the project. Look at their exchange listings. They do sit on, Gate.io, HTX, which is a hard exchange to get listed on, KuCoin, Mexi, Baguette. So plenty of centralized exchanges. Obviously, they have decentralized exchanges as well. If you want to go a DEX route or a SEX route, they have you covered either way. At a $33 million circulating market cap with a fully diluted of $100 million, I do expect GAMEE to be kind of a sleeper in in the Telegram or Ton gaming ecosystem. I think a lot of people write off this project because yes, they have been around since the last bull market. We can look at their all-time highs, pretty high there. Now, are they going to get to those all-time highs? Maybe. I wouldn't rule it out, especially, maybe like 30 cents or something. I wouldn't rule that out at all. But if you look at market cap, this project actually got up to about a $60 million market cap last bull cycle. And then when gaming ran towards the end of last year, it got to a $43 million market cap. And now, if we look over the 1 year, all throughout the bear market, obviously, gaming didn't do a whole lot, as a lot of gaming projects didn't. But even with the FUD that had happened here, it bounced and then traded, relatively sideways. It kind of held up, took about a healthy 50%, 50 to 60% correction from that recovery, and then it has only been going up since and topping out at, again, that $44 million circulating market cap. Except this time, when we circle back, 32% of their circulating market or supply is staked. So you obviously do have to look at the vesting schedule. You have to look at when those stakers or the staking becomes unstaked, what could potentially happen. But I am bullish on GAMEE long term. I always have been, ever since we covered it last year, when we covered it earlier this year, when this event happened. My stance has never changed on GAMEE. I still hold my GAMEE. I'm holding it, especially, for the TON ecosystem to potentially blow up this cycle, which I believe will do so. TON has already proven to have, remarkable strength, not really dipping a whole lot throughout this whole year of 2024 so far, where everything else is. TON is just keep going up. So I think TON definitely has room to grow a lot. I think a lot of people are focusing on Notcoin right now for a gaming play in the TON ecosystem. I think a lot of people do maybe overlook GAMEE because it's been around for a cycle. But again, if we look at that, we highlight it. GAMEE, yes, they were around in 2021, but they saw their cycle and then they kept building and they stuck around, and here they are again. And obviously, Aminoka Brands has been around ever since, so they're still around. They have their Mocha coin. People still focus on Animoca Brands, but for whatever reason, I think people maybe forget that GAMEE is around. But if you're looking for a mobile gaming play, GAMEE. If you're looking for a ton, an undervalued ton ecosystem gaming play, GAMEE. Or if you just want some exposure to potentially Aminoka Brands, GAMEE. I mean, the answers, all roads lead to GAMEE on those different questions and narrative hunts. But that's my opinion, guys. I think GAMEE is, obviously, this could cool off a bit. It just ran pretty hard, 30% over the 1 month in these market conditions. It could definitely cool off, but it also kind of plays on what TON's doing. If more eyes do start trickling down to the lower market cap plays on TON, like GAMEE, but project's been building. You cannot deny the numbers that they show, and for a gaming project on TON, just makes a lot of sense in my opinion. Either way, guys, if you guys are curious on other projects I'm looking at, or if you wanted to catch GAMEE earlier on, consider getting into the Discord linked below. It is free to get in there and talk to some of us, join the community, see if you have any questions, or maybe you'll find out new projects that you didn't know about before getting in there. Doesn't hurt to try. If you don't like it, leave, but we appreciate the attempt. Otherwise, if you guys got value out of today's video, if you guys can like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.